What's up, guys? My name is Justin, and welcome to episode 34. I think it's episode 34. I never actually. I should keep a check mark thing and put it somewhere and post it on my wall so I don't forget this. Anyways, we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. Obviously, this is a Wednesday, not a Friday or, some other day on the weekend if I procrastinate and get behind on these things. But there's good reason for that. So, today I'm just going to talk a little bit about what I got going on. Let's see. So today is Wednesday, obviously. Tomorrow is Thursday. I got, stuff going on in classes. Friday I have mock interview. That's not a big deal. But then this weekend I'm going to be at home the whole weekend. And same probably next weekend because next weekend's Thanksgiving. But today this weekend it's all about clinic on Monday. So I'm just chilling out with the fam, and then clinic is the big day. And the reason I'm doing this now is I plan on doing some kind of recording on Monday, either at clinic or I think mom and I are going go-karting afterwards. So there, and we're going to get some juicy content from that or something like that. So that's kind of what's up, and that's kind of what we're going to roll with. And, so that's why this is coming on Wednesday. But we're going to do something a little bit different today. I'm just going to talk a little bit about clinic and what to expect, stuff like that. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about my heroes and some things that they do for me on a daily basis, and why I think they need more credit than they sometimes deserve, or they deserve more credit. Excuse me, they deserve more credit. They deserve more credit than they get from people, including myself, but besides myself, for the things they do, not just for me, but for a lot of people. And so we'll get to that in a second, but I want to start out by saying, of course, that, the whole clinic fiasco this year with my 94, I think it was, on my PFT in June. It started the whole fiasco going back like 5 million times over the summer. We're going to hopefully throw that behind us. I feel good. Like I said, I generally perform better in cold weather, so if it's not that great in this cold weather, then we know something's actually like wrong and I'm broken, I'm dying. But other than that, I'm looking forward to it, which is weird. You don't usually look forward to these things, but I'm tired of not being doubted necessarily, but I just want to get back to being myself, and if that means that it's, a new baseline for PFTs, if that's 100, then we expect to go in blowing 100, and if it's 125, we go in expecting to blow 125, and if it's 60, then we have a problem, obviously. But then we go in expecting to blow 60. But I'm tired of this whole notion. I got something on my foot. Hold on, it's disgusting. Sorry about that. I'm tired of going in and having this expectation of myself and from everybody else that I think has kind of become a norm for like 7 years now, at least. And that's a great thing to have. It's a positive. But it's not necessarily the best thing to have, especially, as my life changes and things go through like that. So just looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to, getting to spend time with my family this weekend. Hopefully this go-karting place is open on Monday. I don't understand why it wouldn't be, but been looking forward to that basically since I got back from Eldora. And I think they have some kind of deal on Monday, so it works out. But I think mom is going to come with me. I'm going to make her come with me, and I think she's going to enjoy it and have have a little bit of a shockwave as to what we do every day. So obviously, go-karting is kind of my thing, along with basketball, obviously, and other things. But, race cars are my thing. And she's driven race cars at, like, Badger Sports Park, or, like, I say race cars. She's driven go-karts, that, like, you don't have to lift or anything, or, you just go flat through the corners, and there's no skill involved. It's just about being in front and having the better cart than the other guy. Well, if this thing is anything like Eldora, she's going to have to figure out how not to kill herself, basically. So they give you a safety briefing, all that stuff. And to someone like me that's, longtime race fan, driven go-karts, all that stuff, don't care. Like, not that I don't care. I don't want to say it like that. I don't want to disrespect anybody that cares about, safety issues. But I mean, like, and the yellow flag means slow down, and the green flag means go. And the red flag means that I get it. Yeah, okay, let's go. Tell me the rules for your specific track, where to go. Give me a little map, and I'm good. Let's do it. Figure out some brake markers. Hopefully not mow down the whole wall. Hopefully not kill any spectators. And let's get after it. But no, I'm excited. Kind of, I guess for the first time, really. I mean, obviously, my family has been to race tracks and seen race car drivers. We went to Homestead for my Make-A-Wish trip, but we've never really gone into my element. Wow, that looks really weird as I'm trying to, like, scratch my back. We've never really gone to my element. We've never, driven go-karts. I mean, I guess at Road America we kind of did, but I think this is even more so like the kind of karts that I fit in my driving style. So I'm hoping that mom kind of realizes I'm not a scrub when I talk about this stuff. We'll do that. But anyway, so that's what's up. But now I just like take a little bit of time very quickly. It'll probably end up being like 10 minutes, so I can talk about some people in my life that are very important to me. The heroes of my life, I guess, if you would put it, and people that make a big impact on me. every day or whenever I come across them or anything like that, and why. So we'll start out. We'll start out with Lindsay, I guess, because I just talked about her last week. She deals with friend of mine, Sydney, a long time from school, her younger sister. Um, Lindsay, I appreciate everything you do. I've known you for a long time, like 4 or 5 years, but more so the past, 8 months to a year, I guess, for the most part. But I appreciate you because, she deals with chronic hell. It's hell, I promise. She deals with migraines and head pain and stuff like that. And as a CF patient, I guess sometimes, especially when it's human outside or whatever, CF patients deal with severe migraines and stuff of that nature, every couple of weeks or once a week or something like that. And it is absolutely horrible. It's one of the worst parts about being a CF patient is the migraines when they get really bad some days and they just shut you down at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You just have a bad day and you just can't do anything and you can't stand to be awake. And those are the worst. Um, I can't imagine having to deal with that every day or even with semi-regularity. So, she's a champ. She's a fighter, and she takes it in stride and embraces it and tries to make the best of it. And I've talked to her, and she said that she hates that she had to give up her soccer career, and she hates that she has to deal with it and all these things and the medical bills that go along with it. And I totally get every single part of that, and that she embraces that, and then still gets to watch her sister play soccer and other stuff like that. That's really really motivating to me, and means a lot to see someone fighting like that. And I totally have the utmost respect for you for doing that, and so. I'm gonna get emotional because as we go through these lists, these people get a little bit different stories. I have a list written down so I don't miss anybody that I'm planning on talking about. But yeah, I mean, Lindsay, just don't give up. That's the only thing I can say. I know it's you won't give up. I know that, but I mean, it's just one of those things where the days can get really long sometimes, especially if you feel alone. And I don't want you to feel like that. If anybody ever needs anybody, I'm always around. Second up is Cameron. Obviously, we talked about Cameron before as well. Maybe my biggest inspiration, maybe my biggest motivation, the things that she goes through, with the depression, anxiety, and the suicidal thoughts that she's gone through in the past and throughout her whole life, and then using that and finding a little bit of peace and writing a book to help so many other people. I'm sorry, this is actually kind of hard for me. I'm not gonna lie, but Cam, I know you very well. You know me very well, and your book means the world to me. I always have it sitting. I have it with me wherever I am living, and I always have it sitting. It's sitting right there right now. I read some of it a couple days ago. I've read it several times. I read the whole thing when I first got it in like 3 days or 2 days. Most amazing book in the world. I highly recommend it. It's called The Girl Behind the Smile by Cameron Nassman. So order it. I'm sure she has a link on her Instagram page or something like that. But just an all-around fighter for what's right and making the world a better place, and that's what we need more of in this world is people like Cam that just embrace the good days, and regardless how bad the bad days are, find a way to just keep going, and that's what she epitomizes, and that's why she is one of my best friends and definitely the biggest inspiration of people that I go through because I deal with a lot comparatively, but some of these people, especially people like Cam, go through so much more in their own head that nobody else sees, and that's the scariest part. Is that there's obviously this fear that people that go through these things in their head, can't find the way out, should I say, and it just means a lot to me that I have someone like Cameron in my life that puts that into focus for me and makes it very easy for me to see and embrace that and use it positively in my own fight, and then it's passed on to others hopefully. Adam Meyer, good old Adam Meyer, and all of SWA, I guess my whole team, but specifically Adam. I know we've had a lot of past. It started out I was the admin in the IRA league with Kruska, and Adam came in, and Adam has raced dirt carts for forever, and was a couple-time national champion, and we'll get to all that. But anyway, so Adam's dealt with asthma, so he knows kind of what my CF lung battles are like sometimes and can relate to that. But we didn't get off on the best start, but I made sure that without knowing who he was, I made sure that I gave him a positive impact if I could, as far as tips on track, stuff like that. Excuse me again. Just the greatest guy you could ever ask for to go to talk about things, and we didn't always start off on the right foot. I know he wrecked me at Martinsville like the second time I ever saw him, and I was really pissed because I was leading, and it was mine to lose. And dude backs up right across the track, and I freaking nailed him. I like tell that story, and he gets really upset because he's like, "I wasn't very good back then." I'm like, "Man, you're not very good now." No, but just the best guy ever to talk to about anything, and I mean, he was here through. A lot of you know about the Michaela thing. A lot of you know, obviously, about Rebecca and so on, and other things I go through. The pressures of being a college student, the pressures of being a chronic illness patient, all these things. And he's been through there to talk and to relate about stuff and, converse with me and just make me feel a little better about things through all of it. And without him, I would be sitting in bed going through it in my own head and coming up with negative aspirations towards all of it. So, man, all those 3 a.m. nights that we spent last year sitting on TeamSpeak talking about life and about race cars and about basketball and about life some more and all these things, I appreciate it. And it means the world to me more than you'll ever know. But can't think of a better guy that I just happened to run into by chance that happens to be one of my best friends in the whole world. So I appreciate it, along with everybody else on the team, obviously. Oh, Amanda. Oh, boy. Where do I start with this one? I love you, Amanda. You're a fantastic friend, and like you're another one of those people that's just so damn motivating. And I mean, uh, your smile could light up a whole damn city block, and I appreciate that when I'm not having a good day, you have that faith in me to find a way to put it all together, and it just means the world to me that when I'm not having a good day, you support me still, and you see better in me, and you try to pick me up. And even though I don't always listen to you because I'm stubborn as hell, for you to stand by me and have my back and still make sure I'm doing all right, especially when things are really rough. God, when I had my concussion, I was like, dude, someone needs to drive me to the hospital. She's like, do I need to stop writing my paper? I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm homework first. I'll get somebody else to take me. But I appreciate it. So yeah, I mean, she's just the person that you can go to. That'll listen to what I'm saying and make sense of it, and somehow I guess understand some of it. So I don't know how the hell you do that. I ramble half the time, but it means the world to me. And I know I haven't known you for like crazy long. It's been probably 7 months, I guess. Applebee's City. I appreciate Applebee's City for allowing me to meet Amanda back in February. But anyways, so I appreciate everything that you do for me on a daily basis, and I enjoy talking to you above all else. It's just one of those people that you can be serious with them when you need to be, but at the same time they're totally cool with joking around, having fun, making jokes, talking about days, and going about our lives and then comparing them and making jokes about it again, and just an enjoyable person to be around. That's the biggest thing with Amanda. She's just an enjoyable person to be around, and that means a lot to me. And I wish I had more people like that in my life or in general in this world. But Amanda, I really do appreciate everything that you do. Not just for me. I know it's for several people, but obviously I can only speak from my own experience. But I appreciate the person you are, and keep that smile on. Lexi has been in a couple of these videos, as you all know. Lexi is the kind of person that 95% of the time is the greatest person you've ever met, from the things she does to the things she says and how she carries herself. 5% of the time, Lex, I love you, but you really annoy the hell out of everybody. But that's what makes her one of a kind, and I wouldn't trade her as a friend for anybody, except maybe my brother. He'll be next. But God, Lex, it's like one of those people. She'll be there for you and support you, and then she'll have a bad day herself, and I understand that, and she goes through stuff, obviously, as well, and she's been through some abuse things I won't get into, obviously, for her privacy, but, such a strong person, like, such a self-motivating person. She brings herself to the forefront of everything and carries herself and does things that are just incredible that she takes on. I mean, she works like, well, she's like the club manager director. I don't know quite what her title is. And she works at like a law office, and she takes all these classes, and she's going to go to law school and all this stuff. And she just has this packed schedule. And is still like volunteering and having time for other people and making a difference and playing sports and hanging with her friends and her roommates and boyfriends, several boyfriends. But I mean, the girl is just an incredible show of a comeback, really, I guess, because I could really easily see from her stories just finding myself at zero and staying there and being stuck there. But she bounces back every time and is just the strongest person. And the person that she is to me when I need it. Very few people like that exist in this world, and I'm so appreciative to have you as a friend, and one of my best friends, honestly, and like I said, another person that I haven't really known for more than a year or two, well at least, but just a person that you can always look to. So anybody that's on campus, I mean, if you ever need someone, even if you don't know Lex, she'll stop, she'll listen, and she might not really understand it or be able to help you as much, but she will always be there and make you feel like there's somewhere to go that's up. There's no down with her, it's always up, and that's the biggest thing. And, from all the fun we have and all the serious talks we have, you're the perfect mix of someone that, is very important to me in my fight and the person I am today in the long term. So thank you, Lex. I appreciate it. Ryan's next. The biggest thing with Ryan is that he has to deal with me. Obviously, I know sometimes that annoys the hell out of you for my stupid karaoke whenever we're driving anywhere to, just supporting me and everything I do. I know behind the scenes it's hard because I'm going to kind of go off on this tangent that makes it sound like I'm, praising myself or whatever. But I mean, I guess people kind of look at our family, and Ryan's always been the athletic one that, plays basketball, plays baseball, this stuff. And I mean, not that I'm not. I mean, I just haven't ever been, the high school basketball player and the star pitcher and all this stuff, right? And Ryan always has. And I guess you could kind of say that I've kind of been the academic one. And not that Ryan's not academic. It's just, compared to like the rest of my dad's side of the family, I guess we'll put it. Ryan and I are definitely the academic ones, and myself especially. I take a lot of pride in that. But then again, dealing with CF behind the scenes as a brother, and I mean, not that it affects him directly, but anytime anything happens, he has to pick a side. He can either choose to embrace it and have to deal with it, or ignore it and pretend like it's not part of him, because it's not. It's me. It's not part of him. It is part of me. It is my battle, and I think that's something that sometimes he struggles with, and I definitely embrace it. And it means the world to me. It's the best brother a guy could have. I really appreciate it. God, this is getting really long. I'll wrap it up. But just the things that he does on a daily basis, from supporting me and, making life fun. And I wouldn't trade him for any other brother. Except maybe like Klay Thompson or Ty Majeski. We'll get to them in a second. But he's a great brother, of course. And man, I love you to death. And, whether or not you watch this whole video at this point, because I know you very well, it's probably doubtful. That's why I put you at the end to force you to. But thank you for being the best brother a guy could have, and thank you for, when you were younger, at least letting me dunk over you, and now you dunk over me. So that went out to lunch. Yeah. So the last couple of groups we have here is, people like Ty Majeski, Matt Kenseth, Klay Thompson, etc. That are, sporting heroes of mine for inspiring me to be a race car fan, to be a basketball fan, to play intramurals, to do all these things, to fight and, stay healthy and stay in good shape and all these things. None of you people will ever see this, obviously, but the people like that in my life that take time and, without even knowing it, just doing what they do, being the people they are in the public and in private. Obviously, my best experience was with Matt at my Make-A-Wish trip in 2015 in Homestead. Damn, that was 3 years ago this weekend. Damn, that was a long time ago. Anyways, yeah, because I realized I'm turning 21 this fall. Jeez. Yeah, so I was 17. God, that was a long time ago. That was when it was suspended. I mean, damn, dude's about to retire, and here I am looking back at that. But anyways, so people like that I really appreciate. It means the world to me. Having athletes that I can look up to and chase goals, I guess, in my own way, means everything to me. Finally, maybe the most important group on this list, although, you could argue that the people that I know personally, very close, are more important than these people, but the rest of the CF fighters that may never see this, may never get named, may never get the credit, may never, I may never interact with them at all. I may never even know you exist, but, 30,000 of us here and many more everywhere else, but every single one of you, whether or not I know you, whether or not I've ever met you or heard your story, whatever, I guess you could even put a person like Michaela in this group who never existed, but inspired me and changed me to fight for the better for the whole of the CF community. And I mean, being a leader for that and the framework for that and inspiring people that, if your PFTs are 70, 100 is possible. Don't give up. And it might not actually be possible for you, and that's the negative side of this disease. But I mean, it's possible. There are people out there that do it, that do 115, that do 110, do 100, run marathons, lift weights, whatever you want to do with CF. Don't let it stop you. And there are people out there that embrace that and epitomize that. And I think that without the community, as much as I, sometimes have disagreements with the community for several reasons, we'll not get into that in this video. It's incredible the support that this community has, especially when big events come up. Coming together and making the best of it and making a big difference. And that, I guess I'll wrap this thing up because it's 20 freaking minutes now. But the biggest thing is that this community, someday I have all the faith in the world that CF is going to stand for CureFound because of these people. And I'm proud to be a part of that group myself and use that, I guess, long term to. I'm sorry, I'm a little sick. Mom got me sick, so blame her. I'm dying. Ugh. So, yeah, just the CF community in general, but it's a fantastic group of people that make a difference every single day, whether they know it or not, and I'm proud to be a part of that group, and, I hope that I continue to keep making differences for all the people on this list as much as they make differences for me, and I'm proud and honored to be a part of that, and list these people as people that I look up to and support me and make a difference in my life, whether or not they know it big time or not. So, I appreciate everybody giving me this 17, 18 minutes now, I guess, to ramble a little bit. And if you're looking for your section, I guess I can tell you where your section is if I'm sending this to you. But I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the love. And we don't quit here at Team JDK. We don't quit ever. So this has been episode 34, a little bit different. Like I said, I'll have a CF video from Clinic or from go-karting with a recap or something coming up on Monday, or it might be uploaded on Tuesday, but I'll film it on Monday. It'll probably be uploaded on Monday. I'll just hang around. But yeah, so this has been episode 34. I'll get another one out Monday. I appreciate you giving me this midweek opportunity to ramble about my life a little bit. But on the flip side of this ridiculously long episode, this has been episode 34. Bye bye.